Lewis Hamilton makes email demand to Mercedes teammates ahead of new F1 season. Hamilton says he wants to become an all-time great, but to do so he aims to nullify any cracks in performance which his rivals may look to take advantage of. The Brit won his fifth world title this season after comfortably seeing off the challenge of Ferrari's Sebastian Vettel. But he knows next year will be difficult and he wants to try and stay a step ahead of the rest of the field. Hamilton harbors hopes of catching Michael Schumacher's record of 7 drivers' championships, but first he has work to do. I asked my team to send me an email from several different departments, asked them to be blunt, Hamilton revealed at a team sponsor event for Hewlett-Packard. They don't even need to tell me who the email's from, just tell me the things they think I can improve on. If there's been a certain experience this year you felt that could be better, or something I've said that's swayed the energy within the team. Because I'm looking to be the all-time great and that means winning in all areas. Hamilton also explained why he feels he can continue to get better, despite being 33 years old. I feel like I'm still not at my best, he added. I'm just on the way there, I've still got lots of work to do. We've just signed for another 2 years, so 19 and 20 are going to be interesting. My goal is to make sure Ferrari don't win a championship within those 2 years or Red Bull. Hamilton returns to action when the Formula One season gets underway in Australia on March 17. Next news: Mercedes suffers setback with new engine concept. Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff says the team had a setback with its engine development ahead of the 2019 F1 season. Speaking at an event for team sponsor Hewlett-Packard, Wolff described how the team had set itself more stretching goals for 2019 based on paddock intelligence about the progress their rivals were making. There is a tremendous development race that has happened as we speak, said Wolff. Finding downforce, reducing drag, and of course the engine is a very important part, adding more horsepower to the engine. So we are setting ourselves really ambitious targets. We have actually increased the targets 6 weeks ago because we heard some rumors that others were doing well. Wolff said the team is still on slope in terms of the rate of gains it expected to make from its development plan. We've had some good weeks in the wind tunnel, he said, but admitted the power unit program hadn't gone as smoothly. We've had a little bit of a setback on the engine side where we believed the new concept would deliver a little bit more. But these guys are very ambitious like all of us, and so I'm optimistic. We will know when the first qualifying session gets underway in Melbourne. This is the moment where everybody shows their cards. Mercedes have swept all 5 Constructors' Championship titles since the current power unit regulations were introduced in 2014. However, rivals Ferrari reduced the gap to them in 2018, which was the first season when teams were required to use just 3 power units for all 21 races. The same restriction remains in place for next year's championship. Next news: F1's new 2019 wings won't reduce outwashing. Wolff. Formula One aerodynamicists have already found ways to recreate the outwashing effect which the FIA hoped to eliminate in 2019, according to Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff. New rules for next year are intended to outlaw the complex outwashing designs which has been blamed for the difficulties drivers experience when they get close to other cars. At the moment it's very difficult for the cars to follow, explained Wolff at an event for sponsor Hewlett-Packard. You can't come any closer, you lose downforce, the tire loses grip, and therefore the overtaking's really bad. When you look at some of the junior classes with less aerodynamics, F2 for example, there's some great racing there actually. They are able to come close. So the aim was to take away a little bit of the aero. Direct the airflow not around the car, so you create a big hole behind your car, and that's bad but over the car. But they fight 2,000 aerodynamicists in all the teams, and I think we have found solutions that we can get the air again around the car. It's not going to change an awful lot. The FIA said the research which led to the introduction of the new wings, which was approved in May, indicated the strong likelihood of a positive impact on racing and overtaking within F1. The change in the design of the wings was aimed at reducing the outwashing effect. In order to reduce the potential last downforce from the change, the total width of the wings has been increased from 1,800 mm to 2,000 mm. The FIA estimated the new front wings and other changes would increase lap times by 1.5 seconds. But Wolff believes downforce levels will remain similar next year. The rumors you hear from the paddock is that people have been able to recuperate lots of that, he said. Early versions of the wings were tested by Force India and Williams at the Hungaroring in July. Force India's technical director Andrew Green said he expected the change would prove to be a small step in the right direction. Next news. Mercedes F1 boss Toto Wolff sustained injury to his knee during the team's post-season celebrations in Abu Dhabi. The drivers and constructors champions held a party for the end of the season following the final Grand Prix in Abu Dhabi. Wolff was speaking at an event from team sponsor Hewlett-Packard, where he admitted he was using crutches after injuring his anterior cruciate ligament, ACL. Lots of partying and the ACL gave up in the knee, Wolff said. Hamilton's victory in Abu Dhabi was his 11th of the season and topped off a, yet again, successful season for Mercedes in retaining the Drivers' Championship and Constructors' Championship for the 5th year in a row. One of the very famous racing drivers who was there at the party said, "In your body only your brain works and the rest is a wreck." The 46-year-old has had a series of injuries in the past, such as breaking his kneecap in 2015 and fracturing his shoulder, collarbone, elbow and wrist in a cycling accident in 2014. Thank you for watching the video. Be sure to share and subscribe to your channel to get the latest sports news around the world. Wished health and success. Goodbye.